All right, folks, it's Thursday night, and welcome to Hunting the Rut with Don Bell. Hey, I'm Don Bell.
Steve Burklow.
And folks, tonight we're going to talk about hunting the rut. Got a couple things we want to kind of get out of, get some housework done. First of all, Steve, it's a week before Christmas, and we wish everyone out there a Merry Christmas, and we want to make a note. Christmas falls on Thursday next week, just like it is tonight, a week from tonight, and therefore we won't be live next Thursday night, but you'll be able to hit the site and see all the shows previous, and you can kind of pick and choose and sit down after you open your gifts, and you can go through all the shows we've done previous. We're going to be with our family just like you, enjoying Christmas and enjoying the reason for the season, and we'll be back the following week. And so we just want to remind everybody about that. Stay tuned. Listen, we're fixing to get this show started. Go ahead and get on the phone. Email people. Let them know it's Thursday night, Steve. It's 7 o'clock Central Standard Time. And, folks, we're going to have a live show for you tonight. And when we get back, we're going to kick this bad boy off. And you won't believe where some of these Facebooks people are coming, Steve. They're literally come from all over the world, not just in the U.S., but in the world. It's amazing how this thing gets out there. Appreciate it, folks. Stay tuned. We'll be back in just one moment.
Rise and shine. It's time to hunt.
Okay, folks, we're back live. And, folks, listen, tonight, as we do each week, we want to kind of bring everybody up to date, kind of where everybody else is all over the country. We're sitting down here in North Florida, South Alabama, Steve, and we kind of sit back and watch everybody else have their turn at the peak of the rut. And by granny, it's getting close to us. What'd you hear today?
North Alabama, they're running pretty hard, but Central and South Alabama, it's slow.
It's gradually getting to us. And, typically here in South Alabama or Alabama, typically, the peak of the rut's most people's going to tell you it's the latter part of January, and they've extended season into Alabama. Actually started last year, didn't it, into February, and middle of February. Of course, down here in Florida, they've had it in February for a number of years. But really and truly, that's probably going to be the true peak in Alabama eventually. But right now, they're starting to see some bucks run does in North Alabama. So we got several things going on. First of all, up there in the Midwest, they're on the tail end of it, Steve. Mm-hmm. They've done had their heyday, and they're on the tail end, though some of them are still hunting up there. They're on the tail end. They're on post-rut, and so it's the peak of the rut's working its way to us. Mm-hmm. And so as you hear some of these questions tonight, you'll recognize that, and you can also kind of recognize where some of these calls are coming, because everybody's getting excited because that peak's coming toward them. So, folks, what we're going to do, as you see these questions tonight, we're going to talk about all the periods, but more specifically as it comes back around to us in the southeast back down here, though you'll see these callers are coming from all over the country because them boys out there still hunting, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
They steadily at it. So we're going to, I believe, guys, we got a caller coming up. We got a caller up right now. Steve, let's go to a quick, what do we got, a quick Facebook, or is that email or Facebook? Facebook? Email.
All right, let's see. It says, I'm writing to you. This is Don. No, good morning, Don. I'm writing to you from New Zealand.
Whoa. From where?
New Zealand.
Now, folks, listen to this. New Zealand, as in New Zealand, not New York or New Mexico, New Zealand. Just outside of the U.S., okay.
Man. We do not have white-tailed deer except on a small island. We do, however, have red deer. I'm looking at getting some of the top secret scents from Sportsman Guide. I was wondering if you had any idea if they may work on red deer. I'm sure it would create some interest. Many thanks.
We had these questions asked a lot, Steve, through the years. In the U.S., where we get a lot of questions is, hey, does whitetail urine work on mule deer?
Right.
Does it work on blacktail? Does it work on elk? Will it work on a moose? And the quick, big answer on that is yes, with the caveat that it's not designed to do that, but it's part of the deer family. And yes, they will react to it, but we don't put it on our labels that yes, they will.
Yeah.
And, it can be a curiosity thing, but the deer family read urine. And what I found interesting about this guy was one of the things Daniel said is that they do have whitetail on a small island.
Yeah, I never knew that.
And I thought, I did not realize they had something in New Zealand that had whitetail. So, but to answer the question, some of you guys out there, you may have that question, especially on the West Coast, the blacktail.
Yeah.
On the outer perimeter they're going down through California there, they'll hunt blacktail and mule deer. And the answer to that is, though, the best thing to hunt blacktail with is blacktail urine or elk urine, mule deer. But most of those guys are hunting mule deer, they're stalking them.
Right.
They're not hunting them out of a tree stand,
Yeah.
so they're not that. But they get them draws, you can use it.
Yeah.
I believe we got us a caller.
Yep.
All right, let's see who we got here. All righty, we got us a call. All right, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow.
Hey, how you doing? This is Henry.
Henry, man, good to talk to you. Henry, where you from?
Russellville, Alabama.
Get out of here, man. Russellville. Now,
Yeah.
you in North Alabama?
Yes, sir.
What are you near? Big town? What's the big?
Muscle Shoals.
Okay. Oh, yeah. You up there? You in a good part of the world. You up there with
yeah.
that's right, with the music stuff started. What's your question, Big Henry? What's your question tonight?
I was just wanting to know that when hunting a rub line, what's the best tactic for harvesting a good buck? I found me a good rub line scouting last year, and want to know how I can harvest that good buck on that land. I think he survived the season.
Well, let me ask you this real quick, based off of what you were talking about, Steve. We're hearing people up north, extreme North Alabama, which heck, you're up there. You're just on the southern part of that extreme part. Are you seeing or know anybody that's seeing bucks run does yet?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Well, up in Lauderdale County, which is north of us, they've already kind of gone through their peak rut. I think they're going in their post rut right now.
Really?
Wow.
But, yeah, in Lawrence County, which is east of me, they are pretty much in their rut right now. Their deer are chasing does pretty good. But for me, I think we're in the pre-rut. It's not really kicked off yet. We're kind of in that December lull.
Well, yeah. I mean, we talk about that on the show. That's that's a real Alabama thing, isn't it? In December, it's like they go on vacation or something.
It's horrible.
It's just it's crazy. I don't understand it. They just you see plenty of tracks, you just don't see the deer. Your question, Henry, is that how to work a scrape line or rub line?
Yeah.
Rub line.
All right. Now, are you hunting rub lines right now, this time of year?
Well, I'm hunting where one was last year.
Okay.
Where I think that they'll use again this year, but I found it only scouting at the end of the season, and I've killed a couple deer in that area so far, but I haven't seen any mature bucks yet. I've only seen some does and some young bucks. Yeah.
Well, the answer to your question is a couple things. One is that if you're doing the right thing, Steve, if a buck's you kill a buck, if you see rub lines somewhere this year, you're going to see rub lines there next year. It may not be the same buck, but it's a route. It's a good area. It's a good place to. A buck's not like a gobbler, but bucks put scrapes where they can be seen, where it's traveled. It's a perimeter, so in that sense they want it to be seen. But absolutely, when you hunt a rub line, you can be effective with that, and you want to use buck urine with it. Are you on your rub line? Are you hunting just the rub line, or are you hunting scrapes along it? Because normally, your rub lines first thing early season, then you start getting them secondary scrapes, and then you start getting them primary underneath the overhanging limb.
Well, I haven't seen any scrapes yet, and but I have put up like a mock scrape in that same area, running on that same line.
Yep.
And I just roughed the ground up, and I rubbed the tree a little bit with it as well. Just hopefully,
are you in
get it going.
Are you in a hardwood bottom? Or are you in a transition timberline or field?
I'm in a transition, and it goes from pines to a hardwood bottom, and it's surrounded on with cutover and another pasture. It's just a really good farm.
You got any cedar trees in there?
Yes, that's actually the one I'm
That's right. Hit them cedars, and anybody listening up north, you can do a cypress down here, or a cedar, anything that's aromatic that they can smell. Mm-hmm. Something that you can do that. But yes, and what you want to do, you want to use buck urine on any rub line or any mock scrape, Steve, or even a primary, certainly a primary. But once you get to the primary, which really and truly up there where you are right now, if you're hunting you're doing what you're saying you're doing, you need to also put trail buck urine and estrus in, and then put the estrus and buck in the scrape along with the rub.
Okay.
Because that's what they're looking for now. They're not just looking for a rub, they're looking for that primary scrape. What they're looking for right now is does. And but you'll have some bucks. He can't find nothing, and he'll go by, and he's kind of all excited, and he's wanting to hit it and kind of show a little dominance. But what he's doing, he's looking for a duck. So once they start running hard and heavy, man, climb high and sit still. And but even that, you need to be in the area where those rubs and scrapes are. But do you use any scent?
Yeah, I've used the product now, but I haven't bought the Top Secret yet.
Well, now let me tell you.
Where I can get some.
Yeah, listen.
At the local store.
Hey,
so I need to go get some.
We're talking about the difference between apples and oranges, man. No, dog. I'm serious. I don't know if you can you see the screen?
Oh yeah.
All right, you see that bottle? How yellow it is. Clear yellow urine says a deer's there when you're there. Dark urine and everybody else's urine when you open it up, it's already dark. And this is the reason this is a game changer, Steve. Look at our Facebook and look and hear and see all the bucks that's being killed all over this country. And the reason for that, Henry, is because it's clear urine. This has never seen oxygen. And so the first time you pour it out, it's just like a doe's right there because it's the first time it hits oxygen. Clear yellow urine says the deer is there while you're there. Dark urine says a deer was there, but he was there a long time ago. So if I'm hunting, I want to say a deer is there when I'm there, not a deer was there before I got there or after I left. So, man, you can get you some Top Secret. You can get it at a local dealer there. If they don't have it, you can always hit the website and get it. And you can get it in estrus, or you can get it in foam, and you can get it in estrus and buck. And that's great to foam, Steve, to do a double trail, Henry. Walk in, estrus, buck. Now you got a buck trail on a doe. Put it in your scrape. So,
all right, I'll do it.
Try that and let us hear from you. Let's see what you come up with.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
maybe I'll let you know something about mid-January.
Hey, send us a picture. Call us back on the show. You hear these people calling back in and what we're suggesting, and they're telling us back with stories. So look, call us back, tell somebody about it, and hey, you have a Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Hey, man, thank you for calling in and tell everybody up there in North Alabama about it.
All right, roll tide.
Thank you, sir. I heard that. I heard that. All righty, let's see what we got coming up, guys. All right, we're fixing to go to a commercial. In fact, guys, haven't told him about that, Steve.
Yeah.
Tonight, we have kicked off a whole deal, and it is the 2015 open enrollment, Steve. Mm-hmm. Our sponsor is Top Secret Deer Scent, and you guys can see it up on the screen right there. It's a great Christmas gift. It's 2015 open enrollment. That starts tonight. Here's the deal on it, Steve. Everybody that's watching this, we have 12,000 bottles every year.
Yeah.
All right, and so what we've done is now we're going into 2000, even though we're in this hunting season, every year at this time, we're going to start open enrollment because we're just trying to be fair with everybody. All of our club members, they can still keep theirs because they renew. So nobody can take that away from them. But tonight, Steve, anybody that's watching, you can go to topsecretdeerscent.com, or you can hit the screen below you. It'll take you to the website. If you order between now and December 31st, Steve, they're going to be able to get a 10% off of the reserve. It's a great Christmas gift. It's only a Christmas gift. It's only if you've been on the not on the naughty list, but the nice list.
That's right.
And you can order this tonight. So you can go on and order it. And all of our club members that is listening, if you want to go ahead and renew for 2015, not only do you get your 10% with the Christmas bonus that we're doing tonight, that runs through the end of the year, but let's say old Steve here, he's a club member, and by the way, he is. Steve's a club member, so Steve could actually log on, orders yours tonight on a 4-pay, say Steve says ship it to me next October, November, but because he's a club member, he's got an additional 5% off. So all club members out there, keep in mind when you hit this and renew in the next 14 days, or between now and the end of the year, you're going to get the 10 plus your 5 because you automatically get that 5% discount on all future purchases so long as you're a current member.
Right.
So it's a heck of a deal, guys. Tell Mama you know what you want Santa Claus to bring. She can hit the website, pay for it over 4 payments. It's a great way to go. So guys, go ahead and make plans. Get it on your Christmas list. And I think, and hey guys, by the way, when you go to the website, we have a promo code. Now, this is real important. Promo code. When you check out, Tom, make me sure on this. When you go to the website, all you got to do is, as you check out, put in the promo code Santa. Put in the promo code Santa, and I believe that's a capital S, Santa. It will automatically apply your 10% discount. If you're a club member, you want to go ahead and log in as a club member to check out when you renew. It will give you your 10% plus it will apply your 5%. So you want to hit tonight, in the next 2 weeks, you want to hit your promo code, am I doing this right there? Promo code Santa, capital S, and it'll apply your 10%. And club members, don't forget to log in before you check out. It'll give you your 10 plus your 5. Hey, Santa's coming to town. He's going to see if you're naughty or nice, so you might better get it as soon as you can. And folks, you need to. No joke. You need to open enrollment. It's that time of year. All right, I believe we got us another call coming in, Steve.
Yeah.
Do we, guys?
Yeah.
All right, let's see. We do indeed. All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow. Who we got?
Hey, Don, this is Bill from down in Ohio. How y'all doing?
Man, Bill, we're doing good. You down in Ohio. What part of Ohio are you in?
I'm in a little small town called Richmond, Ohio, right along the Ohio River.
Okay, you're in southern Ohio then.
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right. Bill, good to have you on tonight. What kind of question you got?
Hey, I got a question. Everybody's always talking about the rut being, like in middle of November, first couple weeks of November. I've seen bucks out here at my place in a 12-acre bean field I have right behind the house where I usually hunt. And I've seen several bucks breed does as early as August and September. And if that's the case, I'm just wondering, why does everybody say the peak of rut's around November? And why would it be any different?
You're actually seeing bucks breed does, and a doe will, obviously if he's breeding her, she's standing, in August and
sir.
September?
Yes, sir. I've seen several different bucks do that.
I don't know. Tell you the truth, I don't know that I've ever known in the wild, because in captivity you can actually bring a doe into estrus and she will stand and he'll breed her. But I don't know that have you ever heard of that?
No, not that time of year ever.
Now, Art, you're talking late August and literally early September.
Yes, sir. Just right when they come out of, around here they come out of velvet around the first week of September.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, see?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now, you're...
Yeah, go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, I was just trying to think exactly where you are. Are you more toward Louisville, or are you more over toward Cincinnati?
No, I'm about 20-some miles east of Cincinnati.
Okay, you're east of Cincinnati then. Oh,
Yep.
Okay, you're north central Ohio.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'm in a little small town called Richmond, Ohio.
Okay, all right, I got you.
That is really strange.
I don't know. I tell you what, let's do. Let's throw it out there to our guys. Guys, if you've ever, I tell you what we'll do with this. Bill, we'll do a little research on that and find out now. Have you seen that only once, or have you seen it several times through the years where you are?
Well, I've lived in this area here for probably the last 25, 30 years, and I've seen it happen about 6 times, 7 times.
Really? That's fascinating.
Oh, it is.
Have you known, Bill, anybody else up there to see that?
Yeah, there's a couple guys that live about 2 or 3 miles.
Or what are you putting out on your 12 acres? What are you putting out on your 12 acres? So you're really seeing, do you know if anybody else is seeing that up there where you are?
Like I said, I've had a couple buddies that I've talked to about it, through Facebook.
I've never seen
a couple
it.
guys I know personally I hunt with, and they've said they've seen it, and they're only about 5 miles from me.
I don't know. Dang, I tell you what though, we'll find that out. And hey, let me make sure we've got James's contact info. I mean, Bill's contact info. Bill, we'll check that out and we'll get back to you, and then we'll air it back on the show. I'll do a little.
I appreciate it.
Man, no problem at all. Listen, like we told you when we first started this show, you got questions, we got answers. Most of the time, we don't have it all the time, and when we don't know, we're not going to bluff you. We're going to tell you we don't know. I can tell you that's phenomenally rare, and I've been around deer. We've been around deer all our life, and I've been around deer collecting urine for a long, long time. And unless you bring that old girl in, you're right. You said it a few minutes ago. You're just coming out of pre-rut, which means they're just coming out of velvet. So. Unless somebody around you there's got a deer farm, which they do, by the way, up there where you are. And so unless somebody...
I think the closest deer farm around my area is probably about 40 miles from me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'll check in on that, and we'll personally get back to you, Bill, and let you know what we find out on that, and then we'll come back and air it, and let everybody know that. Man, that's no problem at all. We like trying to be stumped, and... that's a good question, and we'll see if we can't find that out for you. Any other kind of questions you may have?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Just thanks for what you're doing for the scent industry. I love the product. I watch your show all the time. Every Thursday I get a chance to.
Well, we appreciate it, Bill. And look, this show is about you, and it gives hunters an opportunity and a voice, Steve, to call people just like us. We're just common folks just like you are. And we're talking about hunting, what works, what don't work. And if we get enough of this woodsmanship knowledge in, we all help everybody. And so we'll find that out for you. If we don't know it, we certainly can get a contact with the right people to know why that is. But I've never seen that. So that's pretty interesting for me to go look up. But by grannies, we'll get it back to you. Bill, we appreciate you calling in. Tell everybody up there in Ohio about the show. And hey, are you a club member?
No, but I'm going to be.
I tell you what, you better go tell Mama, look at that, Santa Claus is coming, and you can save 10% tonight between now and the end of the year by joining. And you can do it over 4 payments and say ship it next year. Tell Mama when you get off the phone what you want for Christmas. It's better than a red. It's better than a red bicycle.
I sure appreciate it.
All right, Bill.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
All right, bye.
All right, thank you, sir. Bye-bye. All righty. That's crazy, Andy. I've never seen that.
Man, that's something right
I don't think I've ever heard of that. I mean, once you get into late October, I've seen it in October, late October, in around Columbus, Georgia. Because, back during the 50s, 60s, they brought bucks out of the Midwest over there, and it kind of follows that, early November peak of the rut. Right there, just in that area. It's crazy.
Right.
It's isolated. But I hadn't seen it, but we'll find that out. I think, okay, what kind of Facebook questions we got?
All right, let's see here. We got Dominic from Pennsylvania. Would using top secret on public land even work, especially compared to using it on private land that's low pressure hunting?
The answer to that is yes. It'll work anywhere you use it. Now then, the question is, how effective is it with pressure? Pressure is always a bad thing.
Yeah.
I mean, guys, listen. I want you to think about it just a second. We've been doing this a long time. Literally, top secret That urine right there is the best this industry's ever seen. No oxygen. It is literally changing the scent industry. But here's the deal with this. Even if you had a doe tied up, which is this is the closest thing you can get and legally do that, you got a doe tied up, if you got pressure, you got pressure. That's a bad thing. But there's still a lot of good hunting in public land.
Yeah, there is.
And guys, you don't believe that, you can come and you guys, did you know that the second largest delta in America, you know where it is? The Mobile Delta right here in Mobile. The biggest is the Mississippi Delta, but the second largest is right there, several 100,000 acres. And it's public. You can go hunt it. And so there's a lot of good hunting out there, Dominic, but the answer to your question is yes, you can. It does work anywhere. Pressure's always a bad thing, but I guarantee you, you'll have better luck with it on pressure than without it with pressure.
Yeah.
Because you want to use every trick you can and every tool that you can to get around that pressure. But man, pressure is a bad thing. You want to try to stay away from it if all possible. But hey, sometimes you have to hunt where it is. And but absolutely, use scent anytime, everywhere. Certainly, if you got pressure. All right, let's see. Let's take us another Facebook stay.
All right, let's see here. We got David from Maine. What is the best scent to use during post rut and the best way to use it?
Which scent to use in post rut, guys? You know, we talk about this, Steve, every week. You want to use buck urine when?
From the beginning to the end.
Beginning, and the key to that is when? To the end.
Right.
Once you start using buck urine, guys, and look, it doesn't matter if you're here in North Florida or where Bill was up in Pennsylvania, or where our other caller was in Alabama, or it doesn't matter. You use buck urine. Once you start it, you follow it all the way to the end of season. Estrus, once he starts chasing the does, and then you use both of them all the way to the end of season, because they go in that post rut, and so start with it, use it every year, every day. Once he starts chasing the doe, add the estrus to it. So what you're going to do, you're going to start with buck urine every day of the year, and once he starts chasing the does, like that old boy said up there in Russellville, Alabama, then you want to add the estrus, and now you got a buck chasing a doe. Now, if you don't want to use the liquid, what do we got?
We got the foam.
We got the foam. Now, not to toot our horn too loud, but that right there is what the new Alabama's, that one right there, estrus, that's what the new Alabama state record was killed with.
Yeah.
New number one typical with that Hot Mama foam. So you can take buck, estrus, you got a buck chasing a doe. Okay, so absolutely. Let's see, we got time for another Facebook, guys? All right.
Let's see here. We got Ryan from New Jersey. When a buck rubs on a tree, does the direction of the rub signify what direction the buck is traveling?
No, not really.
No.
Because a buck, he can hook that tree all the way around. Sometimes he'll walk up to it, hook it, turn around, go right back the way he came. He may hook it here and turn around and go that way. No, not necessarily. Now, he may work that line in the same direction every day. He could come back from a different direction, but he'll work that line. So he may have a preference on which way to come, but not necessarily he's hooking that tree. Like they'll say, if you get lost, the moss is growing on one side of the tree. I don't know if that works either or not. You want to use a compass, but nah, I don't think so, Ryan. Best thing to do is get still and look and look. But no, sir, I don't think so. All right, let's see what else we got. Another one?
Taking to the Facebook. All right. We got Ian from Rochester, New York here. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using a decoy during the rut, especially an immature buck decoy?
There are tremendous advantages of using a buck decoy. Now, I don't know that it matters and in fact, I don't know if there's a decoy out there they call an immature buck. But it really doesn't matter if the quote the decoy is an immature buck or if he's a big buck. In fact, Ian, what I like to do, Rochester is how far is Rochester from? Is Rochester east of Waterstown?
I don't know.
Is it? Is Rochester east of Watertown? Anyway, the reason I say that we're videoing up there in above Finger Lakes, Tioga County, and with a decoy, and we hung airplane tickets, the baggage tickets in his ear, because you couldn't have artificial, and you know what I'm talking about up there, Ian. You can't have an artificial, movement of a deer. So I took the tail and I took one side of the horns off, and because I needed a little movement, I had the baggage claim where I'd come in on the plane, and I took it off and I hung it on the ear, and that baggage claim ticket it'd move, and it looked like the deer was cupping his ear, just enough to get one of them's attention. So you can do all kind of tricks, but man, use a decoy anywhere you can. Now, if you use a buck decoy, what kind of urine you want to use?
Buck.
You want to use buck urine. See, there you're right back there. If you're trying to get any buck in, Ian, then let's go to your immature buck. You notice, Steve, I just said I took one side of the horns off. The reason for that is now you've told him that basically you told the other bucks that he's sort of immature because he's already had his butt kicked.
Yeah.
And some of them other teenagers will want to run in there and kick his butt too. And if you're just trying to put meat on the table, there you are.
Yeah.
And even the big boy will come in there.
Yeah.
But but hey, use a buck decoy or doe decoy anywhere it's legal. Use buck urine. Now, if you really want to have some fun with that buck, what do? Get you some estrus and put on his butt, and then get your video camera, because it's embarrassing. Because that nose will override his ears and eyes, and he'll come up to that back of that buck decoy, and God love him, he'll walk around it, and you'll actually see him, Steve, kind of look around, kind of sheepish like to see if anybody's looking. And that old boy, he'll mount that decoy because his nose says it's a doe. It's embarrassing, and it's just wrong any way you want to talk about it, but it will work. And you don't believe it, get your camera and do this. Yeah. But Ian, use decoy anytime it's legal. Use buck urine. Once you get toward the peak, you can do best right. Absolutely. Grunt and rattle with that too, Ian. Okay, guys, what we got coming up? We got time for another email? Oh, we're going to go to a commercial. Folks, listen, we're going to take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back. It's a live show, folks. We're catching it as we go. Be right back.
From Don Bell, the founder of Code Blue, comes Top Reserve Doe Estrus, the finest doe estrus ever collected. Top secret oxygen-free collection process is a complete generation above Code Blue. Our patent-pending collection process means no ammonia and no ammonia smell. At a limited quantity of 12,000 bottles, only 1/10% of hunters will be lucky enough to add Top Secret to their arsenal. Visit TopSecretDeerScent.com today and join the 1/10% club.
What? Listen to me. After we do the commercial, we're going to a telephone call.
He said they gave you the thumbs up.
Yes? Okay. I can't see the thumb. All right. Boy, that was quick, wasn't it? You got to be careful, because if that light comes green, they can hear you. Folks can hear what we're talking about. Not that we're talking about anything bad. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. All right, okay, guys. Look, we want to take just a second again, because Santa Claus is coming next week.
Yeah,
that little that's right. That little fat buddy's coming next week, and we're gonna give you something to put in the stocking. And we want to remind everybody, they're gonna throw a graphic up here. It is that time. It is a great Christmas gift. It is 2015 open enrollment. Mm-hmm. And all you guys and girls sitting out there, you wonder, now, what in the world am I going to get my best friend or my mama or my daddy or my son? It's time it's 2015 open enrollment, Steve, and they can actually go to the website, hit that button below us, take them to the website, or you can join the 1/10% club tonight. And folks, here's the way you do this. We got a special deal, and here's the way you do it. You go to the website. If you're not a club member, you can join a special and get 10% off between now and the end of the year, between now and December 31st, you can go to the website and you can hit the promo code as you're checking out, promo code Santa, capital S, Santa, and it will give you a 10% off. You're saving $10 on that bottle reserve. Doesn't matter if it's extra a buck, you become a 1/10 of 1% club member. Want to keep in mind that when you join, you can do it over 4 payments. So you can actually join and get that Christmas gift and hit it over 4 payments, and you can also choose when you go online, hey, I'm a 2015 club member, I want my bottle, and for that 100-year life, you can secure it and say ship it next October, September, November, December, whenever you want it. You choose your date, you become a club member, you get to participate in everything, and then you get your bottle next year, and nobody can take that away from you. Secondly, if you're a club member, Steve, if they're like yourself, you're an existing club member, then all you got to do is, and Tom, let me make sure I make this right for existing club members out there, you can renew for 2015 today, and we've already got club members doing this because they know to do it, but here's a sticker. If you go ahead and log in, use your login, and when you check out and you buy your bottle for 2015 and renew, you're not only getting your 10% through the Christmas special, but you also earn your 5% as a club member. Now, all of you out there saying, "No, wait a minute, that club member's getting another 5." That's right, and that's the advantage of being a club member, and they get that 5 all through the year.
Yeah.
So listen, we're serious with this. It's open enrollment. Those 12,000 bottles are open. You got a shot at getting yours. When they're gone, they're gone. Tell mama, tell daddy, tell brother, tell sister, tell Santa Claus what you want. You want a membership. Hit that website tonight. Promo code Santa. Get your 10% as checkout. Club member, log in first, Steve. That way it'll get your 10 plus that 5.
Yep.
You're saving 15% tonight. So guys, hey, open enrollment starts tonight. Okay? I think we got us another telephone call. Guys, we got a call coming in? Let's see what we got. We do indeed. All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow. Who we got?
James Atkinson,
Big James. Where you from, James?
Battlefield, Missouri.
Battlefield, Missouri.
Big deer.
I'm telling you. All right, Big James. Well, we're glad to have you on tonight. What kind of question you got?
Yeah, I was wondering when it's supposed to be the right time in November here, and you go out, you're walking to your tree, and you see buck rubs and scrapes, and you sit by your tree, and all you see is does, and sitting all day, you don't see no bucks behind them, trailing them, or anything like that. And then the next morning when you go to your tree again, you see new rubs around your tree, and you still don't see no deer during the weekend. Does that mean that they're not rutting, or?
What time of year are you doing this, James?
November.
November. So you know Missouri. So you're talking about first middle part of November. So you ought to be in, really and truly getting into the peak of the rut there. So yeah, well, or you're saying you're hunting scrapes, right? And you're seeing does, and you're seeing rubs being made. So you're hunting them, so they're working the scrapes. You're just not seeing the bucks, but you come back and you see fresh rubs and scrapes. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that's not necessarily a bad thing. If are you hunting in one particular area, one particular like ridge, or are you talking one set of scrapes, or?
Yeah, I hunt a ridge.
Yeah.
And they run through there. I mean, there's buck sign everywhere, and I was seeing all kinds of does come through, but just never seen any deer or any bucks.
Yeah. Well, let me tell you. I know it sounds stupid, but that kind of stuff I kind of like that, and here's why I kind of like it, because what that kind of leans to saying is that chances are Stevie's got a good buck, and he's keeping those lesser bucks out of there. And if he's a good buck, he tends to be what? Nocturnal.
Yeah.
And so that plays into what you're saying. You're seeing the doe activity, and the buck is hitting it at night. You're seeing it during the day. So what you may have there is, are you seeing this year after year, or are you seeing it just like this year?
I've seen it the last 2 years.
Okay. Have you killed any good bucks off of that ridge?
Yes, sir, I have.
Okay.
First year I hunted it.
And that's, you're doing exactly, you don't want to quit hunting it, because if you take Steve out, then I'm going to come work it. And the only reason I'm not already working at master bedroom is because he's kicking my butt. But in the absence of him kicking my butt, I'm going to work it. Now, when you take me out, the next guy's going to take it. And that's just the way it is. So we tell people, you know, once you take a good buck out of there, you ain't got to quit hunting it. There's more good bucks there. It's just somebody's kicking his butt, keeping him out of there.
Is he grunting?
Are you grunting? Are you working? Are you grunting and rattling, and are you using any scent?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay.
This year I grunted, and then I rattled.
Are you using buck urine with it?
I tried it. I tried doe estrus.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, what you want to do, you did right by grunting, but you got to have the buck urine, because when you grunt, what you're telling that buck, Steve, is what? You got another buck
Downwind.
Downwind. When you grunt, grunting is an infringement. James, listen. That is a tending grunt, which means that's what a buck's doing when he's tending a doe. So when you grunted and that buck's out there, what you told him is another buck's tending a doe. And so what he does is he goes downwind. You can whip his ears and his eyes. You can whip his ears with this. You can whip his ears by rattling, and whip his eyes with a decoy. His nose keeps his butt alive. So what you did was, what could have happened by using estrus, he went downwind, and what he's going downwind to smell is what he's hearing, which is another buck. So by using estrus, that'd be like, are you married?
Yes.
It'd be like you coming home tonight after the show and going in your master bedroom and smell Old Spice cologne, flip the light on, see your wife. You're not looking for your wife, are you? Who you looking for? Yeah, you looking for Old Spice. So, you know, you ain't worried about her, you're worried about him. Well, that's kind of what you did to the buck. By using estrus, he goes downwind. He's wanting to smell what he's hearing. So use buck urine and grunt and rattle. Use buck urine when?
The whole season.
The whole season. Starts good, gets better. Once he starts chasing the does, and see, just like he's talking about, put your buck, trail your buck in, and your estrus, because you got bucks chasing does, right? Is that new? Okay. Can you see the screen? You got...
I can't see the screen.
Okay, well, you'll be able to see this tomorrow, and you'll see us talking to you, and you can see what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Do you use any top secret?
No, sir.
Well, there's your problem. Well, there's your problem right there, no.
I know.
No. I'm serious. Listen, here's the deal. You need to use buck urine, right? That makes sense to you, don't it?
Yes, it does.
It does, because that's what a deer does. Okay, so now we've gone past that part that's just good common sense, and it is. Everybody listening to it, it's what a deer does. Now then, so if you're going to use buck urine, what's the difference? Well, top secret's urine, as everybody knows, is oxygen free. We got it in buck, estrus, and regular doe, and you'll be able to see this tomorrow, James. You'll be able to see how clear yellow it is. This has never seen oxygen. So the first time you sees it's the first time he opens it. When you open a bottle of urine, it's already, when you buy scent, what color is it when you open it?
Like brownish?
Brownish. You know why? Because it's ammoniated. Oxygen ammoniates urine. So if you take this bottle and you watch on this tomorrow night, I mean, when you get off tomorrow morning, you'll be able to see this show, and you see how yellow this bottle is I'm holding. Now, if I open this bottle right now tonight and close it, just open it and closed it and set it down, tomorrow morning that'd be brown. The next day it'd be black. And that's what people have used in the scent industry for years. We have changed the scent industry. What this is, it's not complicated. It's single urine, no oxygen. It's never seen oxygen. So the first time you open it, it's the first time it hits oxygen, which says a deer's there now. James, clear yellow urine says a deer's there. Dark urine says a deer was there.
Okay.
So if you put dark urine, yeah, don't it though? It's like I said, we're from Alabama and Florida, so this ain't complicated, but I tell you what it is, it's changed the scent industry.
Yeah.
We got a bunch of folks scratching their head thinking, my Lord, I wish we could do that, and we're the only ones with it. And so get you some, you can go to the website and hit it. And we also have what we call a scent saver system that you, once you open it, you can pump it back out to take the oxygen back out in between using it. It's called a scent saver system. You see it on the screen right there.
Yep.
And of course, James, if you have any questions, you can always call us, call customer service, and we can walk you through this. We also have it in foam, and you can take the foam, and the foam, you have it in estrus bucket, and I'm showing it as well. And by the way, it's 8 ounces, $19.95, got 300 pumps out of it. That's a lot of deer hunting right there, folks. And and so first time it hits oxygen is when you pump it. You literally can take buck in one hand, estrus in the other. And James, you can walk to your stand, foam, buck, estrus, buck, estrus. You got a buck chasing the doe. By the way, you said you grunted, right?
Yes, sir.
When a grunt is, what are you telling him? You got a buck chasing a doe? Right? There it is right there. You got a buck chasing a doe.
Yeah.
So try this. Call us back. Let us know what happens. And by all means, get you some. And hey,
Send us some pictures.
how old are you?
I'm 40.
40? Well, I don't know if you've been naughty or nice this year, but I bet you've been nice enough to talk mama and getting you a club membership, and you can have yourself a big bottle and be one of 12,000 people and be a club member.
There you go.
I'm sure going to try to get it.
Well, look, guys, it's open enrollment. Literally, James, you can hit that website tonight or between now and the 31st. You're literally saving $10 tonight, and you can do it over 4 payments, and we won't even ship it to you to next year. You can go ahead and pick the date you want it, and you're a club member. You get to participate in everything all through the year, and we ship it next year for you. Don't forget, James, when you hit that website at checkout, put the promo code SANTA, capital S, SANTA. It'll give you 10% off of your purchase.
All right.
Hey, James, we appreciate it. Tell everybody about it. We appreciate you calling in, and let us hear back from you.
All right. Thank you for having me on your show.
Hey, man, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Folks, we're going to take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that, James. Good to talk to you. We'll be right back in just 1 second.
Rise and shine. It's time to hunt.
All right, folks, we're back. Just want to remind everybody, hey, it's open enrollment. You can hit that website. I'll save you 10%. If you're a new club member, Steve, joining. If you're an existing club member, hey, hit the promo code New Guys Santa at checkout. Save 10%.
That's right.
You're
1 week away.
1 week, you've been good or not. And if you're an existing club member, what you want to do, and I believe we got a club member coming up that is on the phone, and we want to remind them that if when you join to renew next year, hit promo code Santa. But what you got to do as a club member, you have to log in, then check out. It will not only give you 10%, Steve, but they'll get another what?
Yeah,
they'll get another
15%.
5. You're saving 15% on a renew for 2015. Okay, guys, I believe we got a caller coming in. I think we do.
Yeah.
There we are. All righty, you got Don Bell and Steve Burklow. Who we got?
Hey, Robert Fair from Ohio. How are you guys?
Well, Big Robert, how you doing up there, son?
Freezing our tails off.
I heard that. Now, all of you people out there, if you don't know Mr. Robert, Robert has been with us from the beginning. Robert is one of our club members, and not just a club member, but one of the very first club members that we've ever had. And Robert and I, we've had a lot of conversations together, haven't we, Robert?
Hey, yes, we have.
Yes, we have.
Great guy to talk to.
Well, we appreciate it. We got great people to talk to. So we appreciate you being a member. And we just got off the phone, Robert, with a guy up there in Ohio just a few minutes ago, south of...
Battlefield.
He was up in southeast of Cincinnati, wasn't he?
That's right.
Robert, where do you live? Ashland?
Yeah, we're up here by the man's. Have you ever seen Shawshank Redemption, the movie?
Yeah.
That was filmed in the Mansfield prison.
Get out of here.
Oh, okay.
Well, we got one of them prisons down here in Atmore.
You can sign up to spend the night there on Halloween night if you want to. My wife keeps asking me to.
Boy, I appreciate that. I'm gonna pass on it. We got we got our own prison down here called Holman, and we got what's called the Yellow Mama. That's the electric chair for the state of Alabama. So we're real familiar with prisons. Not intimately, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Robert?
I comment to that guy and Bill. Up here in the north, that's called early season cuddling, like spooning.
Yeah, well, that's another whole show, isn't it? Robert, what kind of question you got?
All right, my question is: you always say that when a buck sheds his velvet, he's ready to breed.
Right.
Why can't you use estrus right off the get-go for the rest of the season?
Well, he biologically can breed. Okay? All right, now think about it. Now, and Robert, that's a good question because it's a good tech question, because on face value of the question, you would think, okay, look, if he's in rut, he ought to be able to breed. But biologically, he can, but he's not fully there yet because you're not seeing that neck swell. Really, when he's at full max on that's when that neck swelled out. Mm-hmm. And he's gone through those rituals. So the shedding of the velvet is the beginning, even though he can, what's the right word for it? He can do it. I guess, you know.
Physically do it.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep the show clean, which is impossible with people like you. So he can, but it's a good question because it shows that there's a difference in it. And so when he comes out of velvet, his antlers is hard, so he is in rut, but he's not in full rut. Yeah. Full rut showing a distinction, Robert, versus peak of the rut. Mm-hmm. Okay? When a buck's in full rut, his neck is completely swelled out. Yeah. His hocks or his tarsals are stained. Mm-hmm. He's working.
That's what he. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Now, it makes sense now.
Yeah, but he is biologically he can, and sometimes I may make that mistake and not clarify it, but I always try to clarify that he biologically can breed. I use the word biologically breed for that reason, because he can, but full rut for a buck is when that neck is completely swelled. Mm. You got them. He's urinating over those tarsals or hocks, or whichever way you want to describe them, and then he's already going through the ritual marking scrapes.
Yeah. All right, now the why is it all? I mean, I watch hunting shows to learn every trick, all kinds of different things. I mean, I love watching your show to get those little things that you don't pick up on a lot. When a buck makes a scrape, you never see him step up into the scrape. He stands off to the side when he urinates. I've never seen him step into the scrape to urinate.
Oh, really? Yeah. You'll see it a lot, actually. Well, first of all, they don't have to be right in the scrape. To work a scrape, he literally doesn't have to step in it. He's around it. The urine, he's got enough sense to know that the doe's going to smell it or another buck's going to smell it. But very, very common for a buck to urinate in a scrape. Give an example of this. Just yesterday, Robert, you and I have talked about my son Derek. He traps. Derek was trapping for Monroeville, just north, because the city calls him. He loves to trap, and they have problems with beavers. Well, he's riding around with a guy, and the guy was showing him where to catch the beavers, and they had just walked down a log road and turned, and he said he just got hit in the face with buck urine. Really? And Derek said, man, there's got to be a scrape here. And he got to looking, and he found the scrape, and there was the wet spot in the scrape itself. So a lot of times they do it in the scrape, but they don't have to, Okay. Yeah. Well, let me give you an example of that. It's embarrassing. When you go in a men's journal, Huh? In a public bathroom?
Yeah.
Man, some of them just don't know where to hit, do they?
You got that.
I mean, they're all on the floor, on the wall. You see it rusting over here on the side, you know. Same thing.
Makes sense.
It's the same thing, you know.
Yep.
The end result's the same. That's bad, ain't it? I'm embarrassed.
Right.
I embarrass you, don't I? I'm sorry, but isn't it the truth? It is.
All right, now this. I see you and Steve laughing the last couple shows.
Yeah, we kind of.
You guys are leaking this. You leaking this, and when you talked about that new cover set you got.
Yeah.
Are you keeping this top secret? Can you show the bottle? Can you?
Man, let me tell you. Listen, that's a good question.
I want an email as soon as it's.
Well, now, listen.
So I can call and order it.
Hey, looky here. Club members are the first one gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
You know that. Club members,
Well, hey.
now you'll get it out there ahead of everybody, and but we won't show it, Robert, till the first time we'll show it will be at the ATA, the 6th or 8th, 7th, 8th of January. We'll show it for 2015. It's on our it's on our website right now. Problem is you can't see it because it won't go live to January 1. And
all right.
but I can tell you this, club members, as you know, you get the first shot at stuff. But look, it is a game changer. It's going to change and everybody says, oh, yeah. No, you need to listen to us. It's a game changer. The industry's never seen it before. It's never been able to be done before. We've done it just like we've changed the scent industry. It's called Scent Defense. I can tell you the name of it.
Okay.
But
now, can you transfer? Because I like, you got the big bottle that everybody sells. You spray all your clothes down. I carry a real inky-dinky bottle with me just so I can keep up with myself.
Right.
Every hour and a half. Just,
I do that too.
You
Yeah.
open it and pour it in a smaller bottle.
Yes.
tell him what kind of put-ups is coming in.
Well, it's going to be coming in the field spray, coming in the hair and body wash, and the laundry.
So you'll be able to hit all aspects, which is before you go, take a bath, wash your clothes, and then the field spray, Robert, to take it with you in the field with you.
Yeah.
But this is going to do something no one's ever been able to do before.
Yeah.
And and that sounds cheesy, but folks, you wait till you see it, you're going to go, well, dang.
Well, that's kind of, yeah.
Now, here's a compliment for you, for all your customers. When you chose me to be the 2013 winner, you sent me so much stuff. I haven't even got a chance to even open the big bottles. Me and Teresa talked about it, how we're going to work this out between me and you. But I took one of your bottles, opened it up, probably about 2 weeks after Thanksgiving, poured it in the Scent Saver. Now, I've used it periodically, little by little. It's going on over 3 weeks, and it's just now starting to get a bit of ammonia.
Yeah.
That's how long it lasted in that Scent Saver.
Yeah.
Right.
It's, if you keep it pumped out, no oxygen. So, Robert, look, man, we appreciate the kind words. And, the key to all this stuff, Robert, is share the whole. We told you we were going to do this show back when we were talking about the ideas and doing it.
Yep.
And so here it is, and it's crazy. I mean, we had a guy from New Zealand a few minutes ago had emailed in. I'm talking about New Zealand, and so this show. Tell everybody about it, Robert, and we appreciate the kind words. And look, share it. Tell everybody that's not club members that like yourself, you are. Tell everybody else. Man, 2015 enrollment's going. They can save 10%. And if they're existing club members and have not renewed, I know you're renewed for 15. If they have it, they can. They need to hit the promo code Santa at checkout. And also, if you're a club member, all they got to do is at checkout sign in as a club member, and then put the promo code Santa. You're going to save 10% plus your 5. So,
Right.
Hey, listen,
You guys have a nice holiday, and make sure you take an extra day for the holiday. Take
right.
some time off for yourself.
That's right.
We'll do that. We're planning on spending time with the family next week, and that's the way we open the show. And you too, Robert. Tell the family we said hello.
Thank you, Robert.
Nice talking to you again.
You bet. Thank you, sir.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
We have such good, the hunting industry is a big, small family.
Yeah.
And, that's what's neat about the club members.
Yeah.
Because you get to know people, and personally you get to know them. And It's just a nice deal. Guys, this is a nice thing we got going on here. You get to participate, and Steve, you're right, it's an hour.
Yeah.
It's, it's amazing how fast it goes. But hey, it's amazing to us each week. Look who we talk to. Doggone, man, we talked to a bunch of people all over the place.
Yeah.
And our first time we had somebody out of New Zealand. Now we had Canada. Canada's called a few times.
Yeah.
But now we got somebody from New Zealand. So I guess we'll have people calling from, well, I don't dare say Cuba. But hey, now with the new thing, we might have people. All right, we'll close the show. All right, don't need to get there. Yes, I will. No, I won't. All right, folks, listen, we appreciate you calling in, and we'll see you next week. No, we won't.
Yep.
Next week's Santa Claus.
Yeah, be a week after.
Spend time with the family and mama and the kids. Seriously, that remember the reason for the season. You have a Merry Christmas and a blessed Christmas, and we'll see you Thursday week. Appreciate it, folks. We'll see you next 2 weeks.